So, the victory of your mathematics to modern world. The topics are your set, types of set, complement of a set, equal and equivalent sets. So, what is a set? A set is any group or collection of defined objects. When you say defined objects, these are any objects that can be seen. And yung mga sinabi nyong, yung mga i-describe nyong objects. Like for example, the set of numbers, the set of shapes, the set of fruits. Okay? So, you can create it as a set as long as you will define it. So, example 1, the days in a week. So, you may write it as your A is equal to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I may also give the months of a year. So, pwede ko sabihin na find the set for months in a year. The set of months, the set for months in a year. Pag kinukuha mo yung set of the months in the year, syempre sabihin mo, let's say B is equal to your January, February, March, April, May, July, August, September until December. This is the set for the months in a year. And also, I may say the set of whole numbers. Okay? If you say set of whole numbers, so all set yan, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to that means infinity. Set of whole numbers. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. That is a set. A set of even numbers. So, set of even numbers, so let's say A is equal to set of even numbers. So, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Set of even numbers less than 21. So, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay? So, is there possible question na magkakaroon ng a set of whole numbers less than 100? So, pag meron yun, ibig sabihin, susulat mo lahat ng numbers from 0 to 100. Diba? Next, the set of all letters in the word mathematics. So, take note na may mathematics tayo. If you are talking about or you are answering about the word mathematics, so pag sinulat nyo yung set niya, so you have mathematics. That is a set. But, okay, you can write it into its simple form wherein you will only write the letter na may kaparehas. Example, your M, may kaparehas siya dito. Right? Your A, meron din siyang kaparehas. Your T, may kaparehas din siya. H, may kaparehas din. Then, ICS, diba? So, your set MATHEICS is a simple form or the equal form of set M A T H E M A T I C S. So when you're building a set, I would recommend that you should always write it in the simplest form. Okay? Next, the set of positive integers. So, positive integers yan from positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saan hindi ba kasali ang 0? Your 0 is not a positive integer. Okay? The set of integers more than 6. So, these 3 dots here represents infinity. But, pag nilagyan mo siya ng hangganan, let's say, 7, 8, 9, to 20. Yeah. This is a set of number integers more than 6 but less than 20. That would be the finite set. Okay? So, elements. Your elements are objects listed in a set separated by comma. So, let's say if you have a set, let's say A are the names of your friends. Okay? You have sino ba yung mga friends nyo? Let's say Ben, yan, Augusto, ganyan. Albert. Yun yung mga set of friends, parang ganun, no? Francis. Daryl. Yan. Tapos Norman. Sabihin mo ganyan yung set of friends mo. These are your elements. Is separated by comma. In my case, minsan, linalayo ko na lang yung element para hindi siya parang madikit. Okay? Another, let's say, set of odd numbers. Okay? Is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. This separates the elements. The elements inside the set 1, 3, 5, 7. The 1, 3, 5, 7 are called your elements. This is your separator. Okay. Okay, another example is your word mathematics. You can see that you have your elements M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S, which are all separated by a comma. Three different set notations. So we have descriptive or rule notation, tabular listing form, set builder form. When you're talking about descriptive or rule notations, that you will describe whatever sets that you want to get or the unknown elements in the set. So descriptive means it is in a sentence. Describe mo lang siya. Okay, so set of 5 elements names starting with letter M. Next is your tabular or listing form. This is wherein you will write all or you will represent this descriptive rule into a tabular or listing form, which means you will list all those that are needed in the descriptive notation. So in this descriptive notation, they are asking about the 5 female names starting with letter M. So Michelle, Mara, Mariel, Mika, Mary. There are other answers also. There are also another answers for this set. Okay? So basta pangalan ng babae nag-start sa letter M, tapos 5 sila. Basta kasali yan. Next is your set builder form. Your set builder form is very important because you must know how to read them. So the meaning of this slash is such as, which means you will get the value of x equal to the set, or you will set the value of x equal to the set of 5 female. The meaning of this slash is that it is a setting of a value, or you are naming your x, or you are getting the values of your x, or you are setting the values of your x, or it can be termed as such that x is the set of 5 female names starting with M, or x wherein your x is the set of 5 female names starting with M. Okay. Next is the set of values in the equation x squared minus 5x plus 6. So when you're talking about the set of values, therefore you are making this equation true. So how will you make your equation true? So there are many ways. So there are two ways that I would show you. Number one is your factoring. So x squared minus 5x plus 6. You can factor 6 into negative 2 and 3 and negative 3. Also, it can be factorable into positive 2 and positive 3, or it can be factorable into 6 in itself. But we are getting the factor wherein if you will add this factor, you will have a value equal to negative 5x. So we have x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 3. So negative 2 multiplied by negative 3 is positive 6. Negative 3 multiplied by x is negative 3x. Negative 2 multiplied by x is equal to negative 2x. And x times x is x squared. So getting the sum of this one, you will have x squared minus 5x plus 6, right? So therefore, getting the values of our x, we have x is equal to 3, x is equal to 2, and x is equal to 3. Also, we can solve this equation by your quadratic equation, wherein we have negative b plus minus, so x1 x2 plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over your 2a, wherein this equation can be rewritten into the form ax minus bx ax squared minus bx plus c, wherein your a is equal to 1, your b is equal to negative 5, your c is equal to 6. Yeah. So, dot plus para yung b mo is negative 5. Yeah. Solving for the equation, we have negative times negative 5 plus minus square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 multiplied by negative 5 multiplied by a, or a which is 1, multiplied by your c which is positive 6, divided by 2 multiplied by 1. But what is the values of this one? So 4 times 6 is just equal to 4 times 1 times 6 is equal to 24, square root of 25 minus 24 divided by 2. So plus minus negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 is positive 5. Okay. So therefore, we'll have a value equal to So we have a value equal to 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 25 minus 24 is square root of 1 all over 2. So therefore, it can be rewritten into 5 plus minus 1 divided by 2, wherein it is equal to x1 is equal to 5 plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and x2 is equal to 5 minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 4, is equal to 2. Those are the values of your x1 and x2. Okay. Next is the set of prime numbers. So x such as x is a set of prime numbers. So the tabular or listing form is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Saan ang pagkakaiba ng tabular at set builder at descriptive? Actually, yung pagkakaiba nila is their form. Yan parang. These are the different forms of your notations. Yung tabular form kasi, pag gumagawa ka na ng Venn diagram, is that pag tabular or listing form siya, you can easily see those numbers that cannot be found or that can be found, or let's say intersect, union of set. Okay, so next is the set of prime numbers. So take note that 2 is also one of the set of prime numbers. So do not confuse yourself on the saying that 2 is a prime number. So 2 is a prime number because it has only 2 factors, wherein it is 2 itself multiplied by 1. Okay, so a prime number is any number that has only 2 factors, self and 1. Okay, your prime is different to your odd number. They are not synonymous. And then your even number is not synonymous to your composite number. Though 2 is an even number, this is an even number, but it is also a prime number. And it is not a composite number. Okay? So another thing is that this is an infinite set because of the 3 dots. Ibig sabihin, the set of prime numbers. Sinabi niya kahit anong prime number from positive prime number. Prime numbers. Positive. Okay, prime numbers. Okay? So set of prime numbers, you have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay? Hanggang 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Okay, 21 is not a prime number. Okay? Kasi marami siyang factors. We have 7 and 3, right? 21 and 1. Yan. When you're talking about set of prime numbers, yung factor lang niya is itself and it's 1. Like your 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Okay? Empty set or null set. When you are telling you are reading a null set or empty set, actually, nagkakaroon ng empty set if you are getting the intersection of a disjunct set. Okay? Kung may disjunction na sinasabi, ibig sabihin wala siyang intersection. That would be a null set. When you're talking about empty set or null set, this is a kind of set wherein there are no elements. In a set, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, your null set can be a subset. Maintindihan? Or a proper subset. Which means that, kinoconsider mo yung wala dito sa mga meron. Okay? Empty set. Remember that empty set is not equal to your infinite and finite set. Hindi sila parehas. Hindi parehas ang empty sa finite. Okay? Infinite. Next, finite set and infinite set. When you are talking about your finite set, ito yung set na may hangganan. Let's say the set of x such as x is equal to the set of whole numbers less than 20. May hangganan siya. This is a finite set. The set of whole numbers less than 20. Or x such that x is that or in x is an element of z, where your z is equal is greater than 20, but it is less than 5. Greater than your z is less than 20, but greater than your z is greater than 20. Your z is greater than 20, but it is less than 100. Okay? Pwede nating, this is a finite set, or z is less than, sabihin natin 10 but greater than 0. So susunod natin x such that x is an element of z wherein your z is greater than 0 but less than 10. Pwede mong dagdagan all even numbers greater than 0 but less than 10. That is a finite set. May hangganan. Which is in this case, ang hangganan niya is 100 because 100 wherein z is less than 100 but greater than 20. Okay? Pag sinasabi naman nating infinite is the set of positive integers, z positive. Okay? So x such that x is equal to z positive. Okay? That is an infinite set, which means that all positive integers, okay, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until infinity. Pag may infinite set tayo, it was always denoted by 3 dots. Let's say the set of whole numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is a symbol for infinity. Next, universal set is the set of all elements considered in a certain investigation or group and denoted by a symbol U. So, may denotion tayo ng universal sets as U or E. Okay? It is also equal to E. Okay? When you're talking about a universal set is that meron kang set wherein it is true to all. Okay? So, pag Venn diagram yan, represent mo siya as box type. Okay? Wherein the sets in your subsets can be found into your universal set. Okay? Next example, the universal set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The set of digits in a decimal system. So, from 0 to 10. Decimal di ba? Decimal means 10. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Set complement. Your set complement are the values in a set, the values that cannot be found in a set. Okay, A is a complement, A prime, which is values that are not elements of A but elements of set of the universal set. The graphical representation of this is that pag ito yung universal set mo, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is your set A. Your A prime is equal to 1 and 2. Yan. Example, so A is equal to, U is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. B is equal to 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. C is equal to 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, screen read tayo. So find the following A prime. So your A prime is the numbers that cannot be found in your 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. So what are the numbers? So kakancelin ko yung mga numbers na meron sa kanyo sa set A nyo. So you have 2, you have 4, you have 6, and you have 8. So therefore, your A prime is equal to 0, 1, 5, 9. 0, 1, 5, 9. Meron pa tayong 3. Okay, rearrange. We have 0, 1, 3, 5, 9. Okay. Next is your B prime. So what are the values of B that cannot be found in your B prime? We have 1, 3, 4, 7, and 9. So it is represented by the color violet. So therefore, kahit ng mga walang kulay violet, yun yung ilalagay natin sa sagot. So we have 0, 2, 5, 6, and 8. Okay, this is our B prime. Next is our C prime. What are the values of C that cannot be found on C but can be found on your universal set U? So we have, so magtatanggal tayo ng 0, ng 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So therefore, we have 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, and your 9. So, kung ilan yung set, ng elements ng C nyo, dapat mas konti siya sa number of elements ng inyo. Pag pinag-add nyo yung C and C prime, therefore dapat parehas sila ng elements ng universal set. So may elements ka ng C which is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 minus 9, dapat meron kang ilang elements na hindi kasali dito. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minus 2, 4, 6, dapat may 4. Okay. Subset of set. Set A is a subset of B denoted by A. So, paside na U, tapos may dash. That is a symbol for a subset. If and only if all elements in A are also elements of B. So, let's say consider a set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say this is your set A. So, what are your subsets? Actually, in that case, marami tayong subset na pwedeng gawin. Okay? But, some example of the subset is that, let's say this will be your B, 4, 5. B is a subset of A, wherein your B is equal to 4, 5. Also, your B, if your B is also your A, so sabihin natin A din siya, B is a subset of A, wherein your A, wherein your B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, if you are talking about subset, a subset can also be a subset of itself. Okay. Another thing is your subset of a set is also an empty set or a null set is also considered as a subset of a set. Okay. So example, we have set A, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So take note that the definition of a subset is that if and only if all elements in A are also elements of B. So next, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are elements of A which can be found in the elements of your B. So therefore, I may say that A is a subset of B. Okay, nauna yun. A is a subset of B. Yan. Next, proper subset. So, take note of the proper subset is that your A must not be equal to B. Ibig sabihin nun, the elements of your A or the elements of your A must not have the same number of elements with B. Okay? A are also elements of B, but A is not equal to B. Okay? Example, yung 2, 3, 4, 5. Take note that ang pagkakaiba ng proper subset sa isang subset is that your subset can be a subset of itself, but it could never be a proper subset of itself. Okay? So, take note that 2, 3, 4, 5 is also within the set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Since your B has mas marami siyang number of elements, therefore, your A, hindi siya kailangan maging equal dito. Pag sinabi nating equal, A must not be equal to B, ang definition ng equal is that they have the same elements. The same elements. Kung ano yung mga elements na nandito sa B, yun din yung nasa A. Tama ba? Yun yung equal elements. If it is not equal to B, it means that all elements of B cannot be found in the elements of A. But all the elements of A can be found in your elements of B. That is a proper subset. Okay? Example number 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sir, ba't hindi siya naging proper subset of B? So, take note that your superset or your universal set or yung mas malaking set natin is your B. So, pag kinuha natin yung Venn diagram niyan, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So, ano yung mga magkakapareha? 4, 6, 8, and then 2. And then, we cannot found 10 in the element of B. So, pag kinuha mo yan, parang magiging ganito yan. Diba? Intersection yung meron sa kanila. Which are your intersections are your 2, 4, 6, 8. And then, nasa labas yung 10 mo, and then, yung 1, 7. So, therefore, it is not a proper subset. Pag sinabi nating proper subset, dapat lahat ng elements ng subset mo can be found on the subset or on the set that you are getting the subset. Okay? Next, list down all subsets of set A. So, as I have said, those elements present in each set are already subset. Likewise, you have 2, 4, 6, and then their combination 2, 4, 2, 6, and 4, 6. And also, the subset can be a subset of itself, 2, 4, 6, and in an empty set. Take note that in a set or in a proper subset or a subset, an empty set is also considered as a subset. Okay? Next. Note, a set is a subset of itself and an empty set is a subset of any set. Okay? So, list down all proper subsets of set A, 2, 4, 6. So, the difference of your proper subset and your subset is that proper subset must not be equal to its subset. So, pag proper subset natin, dapat hindi siya equal. Okay? Wherein, if it is not equal, it means that all elements of 2, 4, 6 must not be found on your elements of B. So, what are the subsets of A? You have 2, 6, 4, 2, 4, 2, 6, 4, 6, and the empty set. So, take note, kaya in-exclude natin yung 2, 4, 6 because we are not getting the equal set for your A. It must not be equal to A. Since 2, 4, 6 is equal to A, or 6, 4, 2 is equal to A, or 4, 2, 6 is equal to A, therefore, we cannot get a proper subset if you would tabulate it or if you would add it to the subsets of A, or proper subsets of A. Okay? So, equal sets. When you're talking about equal sets, there are two sets, A and B, are equal if and only if A and B have exactly the same elements. So, exactly the same elements, which means kahit ilan, di ba? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this is your subset A, set A. And if your set B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Are they equal set? Basically, the answer of that question is yes, because all elements of A, distinct elements are 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that the elements of B is also 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay? They are equal sets since they have the same number of, the same elements. Any elements that you can find in A can also be found in B. Okay? Next is your example 1. Example 1. So, na-example na to kanina. So, you can see that your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 can be simplified into this set. Okay? So, lagi ba simplify yan? Oo. In order to get your equal sets, you must always simplify it once. This one. Okay? Next. Okay, male and lame. So, in this letter, we have M-A-L-E and then L-A-M-E. Since they have the same elements and also they have they have equal number of elements, equal elements, or you can see M, A, E, and L in the word male, and also they have the same number of elements wherein they are also equivalent. So set C and D are equal sets because they have the same elements, namely M, A, L, and E. Okay? Next. Equivalent sets, two sets, A and B are equivalent if and only if A and B have the same number of elements. So if you are talking about equivalent sets, you are considering the number of elements. You are not considering what are the elements in the set. You are considering the number of elements in the set. So example 1 is the word female and your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sets V and F are equivalent sets because they contain the same number of elements. So as you can see, bakit same number of elements siya? So bilangin natin. We have F, E, na doble yung E. So isang bilang lang yan. M, A, and L. So F, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 elements. And also, in our F is you also have 5 elements. Therefore, they are equivalent sets. Okay? Next. A set containing the real roots of x squared minus 5x plus 6 and the word bebe. B-E, P-E. Okay? So, if you have 2 elements, your B and E. Okay? Distinct elements yan, B, E, and B. Also, if you get the roots of x squared, you have x minus 3 and x minus 2 equals 0, or you have x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. This is the roots, you have 2 elements. The word bebe and the real roots ax and ax squared plus bx plus c. So, let's have a try. So, natural numbers less than 5. So, what are our natural numbers less than 5? So, let's say you have a number line, positive number line. You have natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, when you're talking about natural numbers, please don't include 0. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your natural number. We have 4. And then we have number of words math. You have M, A, T, H. There are 4 elements. So, take note, if you are talking about equivalent, you are considering the number of elements, not the distinction. Okay? Example number 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Even natural numbers less than 12. You have equal sets. So, why equal sets? So, even natural numbers, what are your natural numbers? You have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. These are your natural numbers less than 10 which are even. So they are equal sets. Parehas sila ng 1, 2, 3, 4. Parehas sila ng elements. Next, example 4, days of the week and the letters of the word is Spotify. So since they have different category sila, so therefore we will focus on equivalent sets since they have the same number of elements, which is the days of the week has 7 days and the word is specify has 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. Okay. Next, example 5. The set of odd natural numbers. So, take note that you are setting a set of odd natural numbers, which means that you are getting the infinity. You are not setting a bar on it. Hindi ka nag-set ng finite number wherein kung saan siya mag-i-end. Therefore, the set of odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on and so forth. Okay? Those are equal sets. Next, the letters of the word member and remember. So, okay, malito dito. There are 8 elements in remember. But if you are going to simplify your remember, you have your R and E can be found in your N, E, di ba? ER. So therefore, your total number of elements are M. Meron ka ding M dito. So simplify natin yung member at remember. So may isang M, E, R, and then yung B. So there are isang M, 1, E, so 4. So may 4 tayong set which are sets elements which are your M, E, B, R, which is also your elements in remember wherein you have your M, E, B, R. Therefore, they are equal sets. Set K is equal set with L, which is equal to M, E, B, R. Yan. Okay. Next. Example number 7. So, negative natural numbers and 35th day of a month. Take note, if you're talking about natural numbers, it must always be your positive numbers greater than 0. 1 from 1 to 1 up to infinity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all natural numbers. Why is it that they are equal sets with the 35th day of a month? Because they have the same empty set. Empty silang dalawa. Okay? B is an empty set. O is also an empty set. Okay? Empty set. Next. Example, days of the week in the word Spotify. So, equivalent set. Meron na yun kanina. So, number of subsets of a set is raised into 2n. This is not the formula. The formula is 2 raised to n is equal to the number of subsets. So, kung ilan yung pwede mong combination para sa isang set, this is your 2 raised to n. Okay? Next. A sports utility vehicle manufacturing company in Japan offers 6 upgrade options to their standard SUV. So, how many versions of SUV can the company produce? So, take note that your n, in your number of sets, which is equal to 2 raised to n, your n is equal to the number of elements. Like example, yung A natin, the number of subsets in A, which is equal to 1, 2, 3. So, how many subsets can be used in A? Di ba, meron tayo linagay kanina na 8, which is equal to 8, di ba? it can be proven in this formula wherein your number of set n is equal to 3. Number of elements n is equal to 3, di ba? 1, 2, 3 elements. So therefore, 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8. That is your number of sets. Subsets. So, in this example, you are getting the subset of 6 sets. So, ang gagawin of 6 elements, ang gagawin mo dyan is that, kukuha ka ng combination nila wherein ano yung pinakamaganda or ilan. Ano yung total number of version na pwede mong gawin sa SUV. So, we have 6 version. Let's say, you have 6 upgrades. We have X, Y, Z, and A, B, C. So, what are your number of options? Marami, di ba? You have X, Y, Z, B, B, C, di ba? Actually, if you have 6 elements, so number of versions is equal to the number of subsets is equal to 2 raised to n, wherein my n is equal to my number of elements. Since my number of elements is equal to 6, therefore I may say that we have 2 raised to 6, which is equal to, so pakisolve gamit yung calculator nyo kung meron. Ito, 2 raised to 6, calculator ko, 2 raised to 6, it is equal to 64. There are 64 versions. Alright? That is our example. Yan. Next is example 2. So, tanggalin mo to ha. Ito yung question B natin. If the company aims to produce a 256 version of the SUV, how many upgrade options must it offer to its client? So, our formula for the number of upgrades or version, number of version, which is also equal to the number of subsets, is equal to 2 raised to n. So, how will we solve this one? So, sabi niya, yung number of versions niya daw is equal to 256. Therefore, we have an equation equal to 2 raised to n is equal to 256. Yan. Normally, ang gagawin natin is that we will create a base 2 which will have a value equal to 256. So, therefore, kukuha tayo ng base 2 natin, hanapin natin yan. So, 2, trial and error yan, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64, times 2 is 128, times 2 is 256. So, therefore, ilan yung 2 natin na kailangan? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, there are 8 factors of 2, which is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2, which is equal to 2 raised to n. Where in your 2, so bibilangin nyo yung 2 nyo kung ano yung bilang ng exponent niya. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Or your 2 raised to n is equal to 8. Therefore, your n, since you already have your base similar, so it is safe to say that your n is equal to 8. But if you want a more mathematical way in solving your 2 raised to n is equal to 226, or yung longer method is that you will get the logarithm of both sides with the base 2. Kung ano yung base ito, yun din yung gagawin yung base sa logarithm nyo. So, logarithm of 2 raised to n to the base 2 is equal to logarithm of 2 multiplied by 256. Take note that the logarithm of 2 raised to n to the base 2 is equal to the exponent n multiplied by 1, which is equal to the log of 2 multiplied 256. Okay? So, the log of 2 to 256 is surely n. Okay? So, Pag hindi ka naniniwala, ipapakita ko gamit yung calculator ko. Yan. So, since nasa bahay kayo, at hindi ko naman nakikita yung yung ginagamit yung calculator, therefore, mas maganda mag-download ko ng app na to. So, easy. Tanggalin natin yun, ha. So, we have shift, log. Yan. We have summation na. Wait. So, ito, log lang. Ito ang log. So, nakita yung pinindot ko, log to the base 2. Ito yung base natin. And then, we have our base, our 256. It is equal to 8. Okay. Yan. Okay lang, guys. So, any more carry? So, magtanong lang kayo. Okay. So, what is our number of upgrades then? N is equal to 8. So, therefore, our N is equal to the number of upgrades. Yan. O yung number of elements natin. Number of elements. Okay, so we have 8. Yan. So, that is our victory.